So, Daryl, let's say that after this financial crisis, someone for some reason picked you and I to create an ideal investment vehicle.
Okay.
Right? They just picked us. I don't know why, random.
Talking about a hedge fund? Or?
No, just they said, hey, they want you two guys, you're in the financial services space, you're just a nice human being, right? We want you two guys to create an investment vehicle because you're not controlled by money because you're such a great guy, and I know a little bit about it, so they want to put us together, right?
Okay.
What would some of the key attributes be? What would you like that vehicle to do?
What would I like the investment vehicle to do?
Right. What would you like? Because you want people to put their money into it, so because of all the bad things that happen.
Large rates of return. With no penalties on withdrawals. Tax-free. Accessible to everybody.
And I'll help if you need. Yeah.
Sounds like
help.
What about have some kind of contractual guarantee on your money?
Sure.
Because a lot of people lost their money in the market.
Guarantees.
They would love to have had some guarantees, right?
Guarantees.
Some kind of contractual guarantee. You mentioned no penalties, which is great.
Renewable.
How about no fees?
No fees. Renewable.
Oh yeah. How about if you're putting money into it, what happens if you get disabled? What happens to the money that you can't, because you don't have any more money coming in because you're disabled?
It keeps growing.
So let's call that self-completing, right?
Self-complete.
Oh, I know one. I got this from a guy the other day. You can take loans out against it.
Sure.
How about this? Because we talked about this, Mr. Bird, earlier, about if you get sued, how about lawsuit protected?
Yeah. Ultimate protection. Or comprehensive protection.
How about always grows in value? That would matter, right? You like the, I mean, we're making this up, right? Always grows in value. Which is not the same thing as never decreases in value. Because it could also be flat.
Right.
Right? Would you like to leave something to your loved ones, possibly?
Yeah.
So some kind of death benefit. So let's say that 10 out of 13 of these items existed, let's just say, in the real world. How much of your money would you put into it?
All of it.
As much as I could.
Yeah.
One more question. What do you consider a high rate of return?
In today's market?
Yeah.
18 to 20%.
In today's market?
Yeah.
No, you're talking about, that's not the stock market. You're talking about the real estate market.
Right.
Stock market, no way.
Oh, yeah. Stock, I don't mess with stocks. I don't even know
So,
what it does.
you know what?
anymore.
Let's use that.
I just do real estate.
6
Right.
to 8, maybe. 8%. Right.
18, 20% in real estate,
Yeah.
6 to 8% in the market. So here's the thing, Mr. Wilson. You don't come typically to a financial services, financial planning firm to buy real estate. You come for investment advice in the stock market.
Right.
Although, for the record, we do refer people to realtors. I just did the other day, if they're looking to buy, sell, refinance, whatever the hell. But you get my point. So if 10 out of 13 of these things existed, you'd say all of it? Okay, so it's actually 12 out of 13 exist in wealth accumulation life insurance. The only one that doesn't is this, the real estate investment. Hold on, this 1 second. Yeah, I'm not going to forget. And remember, if you're getting 8% in the stock market, then there are taxes,
Commission.
fees.
Brokerage fee.
So that's at least, I don't know, these two
5%.
combined, I'm going to be conservative. I'll say 3%.
Yeah,
95%. Right? So, Liz, what was your question? Okay, so when I do that, don't ask me why I stopped doing it. I'm damn sure going to do it from here on out. I'm doing it tonight. I think it's coming at 6 o'clock. When I do this, and I ask, one more thing I'll say. So no matter what it's called, you put all of it in there, right, Chris? I don't care. I said, what it was called,
You hanging them before you
Joe's
get to the-
Basketball Shop, right?
Yeah.
And I say it's wealth accumulation life insurance. I say, Mr. and Mrs. Jones, the reason that I go through this exercise is because we've been given a lot of misinformation about what things actually do. I don't care what something's called. I care what it does, how it performs for me, right? So now, what are the negatives? Slow growth. Oh, there's some more, by the way. Automatic withdrawals. I mean, but there was some highlight. Slow growth. Excuse me. I'm writing this word down, but it's the wrong word. Inflexible contributions. But when I say inflexible contributions, I also look at that as a positive. Because the number one problem my clients have is not dying too soon. It's not protection. The number one problem is not that they get killed in a car crash, God forbid, or died in a helicopter.
Or discipline to do it.
Discipline to do it. They don't have enough money saved. So this is actually a positive, but I got to list it in the negatives. All right. There's one more. Oh, and it's after-tax dollars are contributed. But again, I don't consider that to be negative. I'd rather pay taxes today, and as my income grows, when I go to take my money out, have it be tax-free.
And that 1 year that you don't see growth. The first
Ah,
year.
slow growth, and
Yeah.
first year, no growth.
Right.
Good point, yep. So what we're talking about is creating wealth and more income in retirement. So if you want something's going to turn over quickly, then you can take away most of all this, because the other vehicles that we have just don't do this. We offer them; it can be part of the plan, but I don't think it should be the core of the plan, the foundation of the plan.
And in actuality, as you look at that list, with the exception of potential of a high rate of return, there is nothing else that you can get from any instrument that's going to give you,
That's correct.
in short-term investment.
Correct.
It just doesn't exist.
So until they create it,
Yeah, all of that stuff
They
goes
did.
away,
It's called
except for
accumulating life.
maybe the high rate of return.
right. So here's